Let's begin by talking a little bit more about what exactly a non for profit organization is. Now, in many questions within our exam, we're going to see the questions specify that the entity in discussion is a non governmental non for profit. Just keep that in mind. That's not really a trick, that's just clarifying, right? Because we have non for profit hospitals, we have governmental hospitals. Just a note to make for yourself going forward. Now, non for profit entities are defined by three characteristics per the FASB. They are that they derive revenues from contributions, they have an operating purpose other than generating profit, although the entity may still involve itself in profit generation. And I do have to say, my time working in private equity, you do see how much these not for profit universities have in their endowments and invest it and grow that money. It is astronomical. And lastly, they do not have ownership structures. This is where I want to introduce the concept of net assets. Now, net assets, remember from our accounting equation, assets equals liabilities plus equity. Okay, well, as we've discussed before, you can rewrite that equation. So assets, if you subtract liabilities from both sides, minus liabilities equals equity. This is also referred to as net assets because assets minus liabilities, that's your net assets, right? You could have negative net assets. That would be really bad. That would mean that your whole financial accounting ratio, your formula is messed up, but it's not really something we're worrying about. This is net assets, right? Assets minus liabilities, just like your own net worth. All the cash you have in investments minus your credit card debt, that's your net worth. So for non-for-profit and for government, we don't have equity. Equity does not exist. And why is that? Well, no one owns a not-for-profit. No one owns a government. So not-for-profit entities are established. They have a board of directors. Now they can shut down. They have a board that discusses what should happen, discusses the operations. There's no owners though. Same with the government. There's no owners, so there's no equity. That's referred to as net assets. We'll see that over and over. This is the same for corporate accounting too. If it asks what the net assets are, it means the same thing as equity. So these are our characteristics of not-for-profit entities we will see throughout. Nothing to memorize, but just be familiar with.